Alright, so hopefully you guys don't have too much wind noise because I do have the fan on because it's pretty hot out here. But quick little update before this video begins. I know it's been way too long. I don't even remember how long it's been since I last uploaded, but I owe you guys an explanation for what's been going on. But just been really busy at work. Current situation with us is we did take a trip out to California to see my wife's parents. She hasn't seen her parents in I think it was been like 6 years. So she really wanted to go see her parents, plus they have never seen my kids. We found out that her sister was going out to California to see her mom, so I took my wife to see her mom as well. So all her family was together for 2 weeks. That was really nice. So a lot of prepping went into that because I did have to prep the Yukon for the big road trip, so I did have some maintenance stuff going on with that. I did lift it back up a little bit. I think I did the water pump and radiator on the Yukon. I replaced the stereo because the stereo that I had in it before, which is actually this one right up here, was giving me problems. So that was a long, 29-hour drive. So we needed some tunes for the drive. I did get that recorded, so that will be in the following video coming up. I think I did do some drop kits before I left, but I didn't record them just because I had a whole bunch of stuff going on. I do right now have a build that came in from Dallas. Static Luis brought it from Dallas to get a wishbone 3-link setup, airbag setup for the rear. There's no air management, but I did record the full process on that. So that is going to be the next video, which is what you're going to see today, the beginning of it. But as far as videos, I am going to be trying to continue to upload, but they're not going to be as really detailed and precise like how I used to do them. Really detailed and edited because it takes so long to not only to record but to edit them and upload them. It just takes so much time out of the day that sometimes I don't even have time to work on a customer's vehicle. So I will, like I said, try to upload videos again. It may not be as often as I used to, and then not as detailed as they were before, but I will try to continue on that. As far as future builds, I really don't want to do anything too big for the same situation that we're currently in. Sometimes these jobs do take quite some time, trying to balance the side jobs, the customer's jobs, with my current day job and my family and what the current situation that we're doing, which is we're trying to get my wife's residency all situated this year. So that's going to be taking up a lot of our time, not only preparing like paperwork and stuff, but financially, because that's going to cost us quite a bit of money. So that's why I have been working more hours at my actual day job. So that's the other reason why it's taken away from the customer builds. So that's why I want to keep them to a minimum, just to try to push out something that's quick and easy. That's not something that's going to take me several weeks or months to complete, especially like this one. I'm really glad or appreciate Static Luis for not giving me any deadline. He's really been patient with me. I really feel bad, even though I do really feel bad for taking this long. It's been way too long. I think I've had his truck for like 2 or 3 months, and this was only supposed to be like a little rear setup with a couple of repairs and the tailgate shave and all that. So like I said, that's the one main reason why I don't want to take anything too big from now on until we can get the situation with my wife situated and done. So for now, I'll still be doing like little small jobs, maybe drop kits or whatever I can do that I know won't take me too long. And yeah, so that's what's been going on. Really have no other updates here in the garage. Besides, we got a new little shop dog. Got me a new little dog. It's Bruno. He's a German Shepherd. He's 6 weeks old right now. It's almost like having another child, so been having to take care of him along with my other 2 kids. So, but he's been a blast. But yeah. Oh, and I want to appreciate and give a shout out to everybody who has continued ordering stickers and merchandise, even though I have not been uploading any videos. I can't thank y'all enough. I still have some of the old inventory left, but I'm still trying to clear that out before I plan on just throwing more money into that, just because the same, like I said, I'm still trying to work the situation out with my wife's situation with residency. So again, thank you guys so much to whoever has ordered and continued ordering throughout my departure of the videos. And I hope you guys continue to support me, and hopefully we can continue growing this channel. I think we had already surpassed quite a few weeks ago 7,500 subscribers, which is pretty crazy to me because I never expected to even get this far, especially as on and off as I've been with my videos, not being consistent. But I mean, I'm trying to do the most that I can. Sometimes I'm just burned out. I really don't have the motivation to do it. I'm doing everything by myself. So on top of this, like I said, trying to balance this with the family is sometimes it gets pretty frustrating. And those 2-week vacation out with my wife's family really helped me out. So like I said, thank you guys again so much for the continued support and everybody asking where all the videos have been and if I'm doing okay. A couple of really people I don't even know that just know me from watching the videos on Instagram. We haven't met personally, but there's been several people that have reached out asking if I was all right, what happened, if I needed any help with anything. They offered their help. And again, you guys, you know who you are. Again, I appreciate that so much for the continued support and the love for this channel. So this intro is already 7 minutes long. I'm going to cut it here. And like I said, again, one more time, thank you guys for the continued support to the channel. The merchandise is still going to be available for whatever I still have, stickers, shirts, and I have very few little hats left. So thanks again, guys, for watching the videos. And without further ado, let's get into this rhythm again. Alright guys, so we're finally back on the new project for today. I'm actually already went ahead and took the bed off, and I have all my new parts set up. I figure I'd start taking some video before I get too ahead of myself. But this is a extended cab build. This gentleman brought it all the way from Dallas for me to install this kit. So this is a Reckless Suspensions wishbone 3-link setup for airbags. So we're going to be installing this whole rear end kit, along with, he wants me to go ahead and repair the back of the cab right here. It's got some damage right there. I'm going to shave the tailgate handle off. He already brought me the new inner tailgate handle bracket. So we're going to be doing that on the tailgate. And if I remember correctly, I believe that was it. But this is the main thing. Luckily, the majority of this stuff is already pre-built from Reckless Suspensions, so this is going to save me a whole lot of time. The only thing that's going to probably give me a little bit of a headache is those monster notches, because he already does have one kind of kit on here with just some square tubing. Looks like 2x2 square tubing. I'm gonna have to work my way around this. I don't know if I'm gonna have to end up bracing the frame, kind of like what I did on Johnny's truck when I redid his, and make the room for that, because as of now, this notch will not sit over or it will sit over it, but it's so wide in some areas that I can't actually slide it down onto the frame rails like it was meant to be. So that's the one challenge I'm gonna have, but it's no big deal. I mean, I already did it once, so it's not gonna be too difficult. But other than that, I mean, it's really pretty straightforward. Just cutting the shocks off, taking all the brackets, gonna clean all the brackets off of the differential off, and get that prepped, and then just clean and prep the whole frame and get ready to weld this whole kit in. So hopefully, today's a Monday. I'm hoping by this Sunday, I should have pretty much this whole thing complete. At least this whole link setup, which this will be the most difficult part. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to knock this out first. But we'll see. Like I said, today's a Monday. Today is, what is it? April, what is it? May 10th. Sorry, I don't even know what day it is. But yeah, it's getting pretty hot in the garage. But we got my Portal Cool all freshly watered up, ready to go. We're gonna be working on this thing. I'm not gonna be doing too much talking on these next few videos, but we'll get it done. First thing I think today, what I'm gonna tackle is pretty much taking the differential out, take the leaf springs out, and I'll be cleaning all the brackets off, attempting to clean all the brackets off tonight on it. So that's going to be the plan for today. Going to move this stuff aside over there, and then we'll get to tearing this down and get the differential out of there. So nothing too exciting, but just a bunch of tear down. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started on this and getting it knocked out. All right, guys, so that is gonna wrap it up for tonight. I was gonna do a time lapse, but I really didn't get around to setting up my camera, but we got everything pretty much torn out. The diff is ready for tomorrow. It's kind of late in the day today to be grinding. So I'm gonna be setting this up. This is ready to start tackling tomorrow. Pretty much all I did today was remove the diff, leaf springs, fuel tank, bumper. I wasn't intending on removing the bumper, but to get that leaf spring bolt out, I had to remove the hitch assembly. So that's out of the way. But yeah, it's pretty much ready. Now, tomorrow we'll begin the dirty mess of cleaning all these brackets. Pretty much taking this bracket off, this one. I'm gonna try to leave this one, but more than likely, I'm gonna have to take this one off too. And let's see. The shock bracket on the back, this one and this one. So taking the brake calipers off, everything's gonna come off. That way I get more access and get those brake lines out of the way. But yeah, that's gonna be it for tonight. And we will pick this back up tomorrow, get ready to do a little bit of grinding.
I can hear the silence as I'm walking by. Come and say something, I wanna hear your voice. All the eyes on me, all the eyes are on me, all the eyes on me, all the eyes are on me, all the eyes on me, all the eyes are on me, all the eyes on me.
All right, it's a nice, lovely rainy day today. And we're pretty much finished with the grinding of the differential. All the brackets are off, clean and prepped, ready to go. Like I mentioned, I was thinking if after this point I was gonna move it up under the truck, get it in position. But in fact, instead, I'm going to go ahead and get these ground down and get these prepped, ready to put in its place. Yeah, I'm gonna first spend some time and clean all this dust up so I have a nice clean area to work with. Move the differential out of the way, and then we'll now go over to getting these notches in place. So gonna be working on that, but first, like I said, let me do a little bit of a cleanup. All right, well, that's a little bit better. All right, so let's go ahead and get started on this deal and figure out how we're gonna do this. So I'll pretty much get one side ready to go and maybe ready to weld, and then I'll explain pretty much what I had to do a little bit better than what's on camera, and then we'll move on to finishing the other side, and we'll see if we can get these notches welded in today. So let me go ahead and set you guys up, and we'll go ahead and get started. All right, so I pretty much got everything prepped and ready to go. So from the video, you saw that I did put this notch on all the way, and I can get it to fit over. So I won't have to brace anything or cut these out in order to get that on. So let's go ahead and continue, and we're pretty much ready to set these in. I gotta clean these up first before I set them in place, and we'll get ready to burn those in. All right, sorry about my little fan noise here. I'll turn it off. It's not that difficult. All right, got everything prepped. I'm gonna use my clamps kind of to squeeze some of these areas down right in here, so it actually sets up against the metal. We get a better weld. Need to grind a little bit more on that front right there, so we have a better clean weld. And then I think that's pretty much it. We'll go ahead and pull the welder out. It's right there. I'm gonna use my Lincoln Power Make. It's a 210 welder. We have 035 wire in there, and then obviously the 7525 welding gas. But yeah, we're pretty much ready. Gonna go ahead and finish my little details up, and we'll get ready to start burning this thing in, and we'll go ahead and cut this old underbed notch out. So go ahead and get started. All right, gonna give my welder here a few minutes to cool off, but I got both of the, pretty much some of the parts roughed, or some of the areas welded in. I do, however, did a little bit of experimenting because I wanted to show you guys the difference between what they call upstream welding and then downstream, meaning upstream you're welding up vertically, starting from the bottom going up. And on this side, I started from the top and welded down. So let's start with the ugly side. So you can see, I'm not leaving it like this. Don't worry, all you professional welders out there, I am gonna grind this back out and re-weld it. But this is what happens when you weld vertically and your weld is so hot that it's trying to pull down and it doesn't penetrate very well into the to the metal. But you get those ugly little boogers right there. So this is, I welded upstream, and then over here I welded downstream, and as you can see, these come out a whole lot better. Kind of almost matches, as almost as good as the Reckless factory welds from their kits. So working on it, but like I said, we got pretty much both sides welded on the top, bottom, or on the side, sorry. I'm not welding anything on the bottom because remember, we still got to cut this area out. Cut this area, or welded these areas on the inside what I can. Remember, don't want to weld anything on the inside because you still got to grind everything or sawzall everything out and then put the new plates on the inside. But gonna give this some time to cool down. It's about time for me to go get some lunch real quick, get something to eat. And when I come back, we will be working on cutting out the inside. And these are the plates that are gonna go on the underside of the notch. So I'm gonna come back and clean these up after we cut this out, prep these, and then we'll be welding the reinforcement on the inside. But first, let's go get some lunch. So I'll be back in a few minutes. All right, back from lunch, and I went ahead and ground out the old weld that I had in here, the one where I welded vertical, so you can see the difference. Now, as you can see, we got it all nice and pretty. So now I'm ready to start cutting the insides of those notch out, cut the old notch out, and getting ready to weld these new plates in. And I'm gonna get those prepped and ready to go now. So set you guys up over here. More grinding, more time lapse. So here we go. All right, we got the inside of the notch cut out, the underbed notch, what was left of it. We got the inner plates held in place right now. Getting ready to tack these in. I'll probably go ahead and move to the other side, tack those in, and then once I got everything tacked in place, I'll go ahead and bless them and fully weld them in. So I'm gonna do that now, get everything set up, and let's go ahead and start putting these plates in. All right, we got the outside, just this and this done so far, but you get the point. We're getting ready to finish burning the rest of it in, inside and out. Can't forget to do the underside of here, then go ahead and do the inside of here. So it's gonna take a minute, so I'll put it on time lapse again, and I'll show you guys the results once we're finished.